at Angkor Wat. It's 5:16 a.m. We're gonna try to see the sunrise. Hello everyone and welcome to the Vietnam vlog. I just landed here yesterday in Ho Chi Minh. I came here from Tokyo. Tokyo was amazing. I literally was there for like 3 hours, like actually touring the city. I spent the night in Tokyo. I originally was supposed to be there for like kind of like a full day, like 2 nights, but my flight over here was a little bit of a mission. So anyways, got delayed by like 24 hours. A quick recap of my time in Japan. The flight over there was about 13 hours. As soon as I landed, I got to experience the Japanese toilets. They are absolutely insane. And then I checked into my hotel room, which was obviously fairly small. Fend off jet lag, I immediately went to Shibuya Crossing. While I was here, I just explored the area and went to this massive department store that has about 7 or 8 levels of just the craziest stuff. And this was an absolute trip, having not slept for 24 hours. While I was here, I got some skincare and of course some chopsticks, and then I headed to 7-Eleven and of course had to get this strawberry sandwich and Tokyo fried chicken. It was Friday night, so I then took a very packed subway over to Shinjuku and explored this area a little bit, but then just decided to head home as I was exhausted. My flight the next morning was bright and early, so I headed to the airport and had this little pancake with maple syrup and butter in it. It literally was so good. I'm still thinking about this, honestly, a couple months later. And I also had some soba noodles and Wagyu beef for breakfast before hopping on my flight. My short time in Japan was absolutely incredible, but let's head back to day 2 of Ho Chi Minh. But yeah, now we're at the Rex Hotel in Ho Chi Minh. I'm with my mom. Hi! I was by myself in Tokyo, which was nice, but it's a lot nicer to have someone to travel with. So yeah, we have tons of fun things planned for Vietnam. Today we're just going to head out to explore the city. We're gonna go to the War Museum, but we're staying in this gorgeous hotel. It's a 5-star hotel, so bougie. First time I've stayed in a 5-star hotel. When I checked in yesterday, they like sat me down, brought me a drink. Yeah, this was my beverage they brought me yesterday. My mom got in late last night, so she didn't get that luxe treatment. Yeah, I checked out the room and it's gorgeous compared to my little shoebox in Tokyo. Literally the equivalent price of my hotel in Tokyo, or my hotel room in Tokyo, which is crazy. But yeah, and then once I got here yesterday, I didn't film a ton just because I've been like just adjusting to the time zone. Like even in Tokyo, I was exhausted. Like I went to bed last night at like 8 p.m. Yeah, I went for a gorgeous little din by myself, had like a vermicelli pork bowl. It was delicious. And then just checked out the Ho Chi Minh Square. They have all these like decos out for the new year, the year of the snake. So, but yeah, we're just about to head out and I can't wait to show you guys what we get up to. Also completely forgot to mention our gorgeous breakfast we had this morning. So our hotel comes with like breakfast every morning. So it was on like the rooftop of the hotel and it was just this like gorgeous buffet of delicious food. But yeah, my mom and I both got pho for breakfast and it was pho. Yeah, that's how you're supposed to say it.
Pho. I thought it was pho.
No,
I thought it was pho.
no,
it's pho.
Didn't you hear the guy say?
What the pho? What's the pho?
But yeah, it was really, really good. Excited to have that for 2 more mornings. We headed over for a tour of the Independence Palace. At the start, we got these audio guides, which basically just guide you through every room in the palace and its significance. But the key significance to Independence Palace is it's a symbol of the end of the Vietnam War. While you're here, you can explore war rooms, presidential chambers. However, my favorite part of the palace was the bunker in the basement. I thought it was really, really cool to see what they had set up down here. It basically was set up that you could live down here for as long as you needed to, which I thought was quite cool. During the war, the bunker housed a communication center, war rooms, as well as strategic planning offices. Today, the bunker remains largely intact with original maps, radio equipment, and furniture. After leaving the bunker, we were able to see the kitchen, which was also quite cool to see the industrial ice cream maker and rice cookers. This was the president's car as well as the gun range. After the Independence Palace, we headed over to the War Remnants Museum. This museum offered a sobering and immersive look into the Vietnam War as well as its consequences. After the museum, we headed over to the market, which basically just had every knockoff known to man. We finished off the day with a beverage by the hotel pool and then got just a sandwich from this American restaurant, which I know is not ideal to be having in Vietnam, but it's what we were craving. Is it good?
It's a bit sweet.
Sandwich. Good morning. It is our second full day in Ho Chi Minh. It is 7:30 right now, and we are just about to head down to the lobby to get picked up for our Chi Chi Tunnels tour, which will be super cool, I think. They basically are just like a network of tunnels that were used during the war. Yesterday we had a great day. We were exhausted. We went to bed at like 7:30 last night, which was not a great idea if you're trying to fight jet lag, because we both woke up at 2 and then I fell back asleep, but my mom has been awake. But yeah, should be another fun day in Vietnam. The tour company picked us up at our hotel, and then we headed about an hour and a half drive to the start of the Chu Chi tunnels. The tunnels consisted of 3 layers underground. They were accessed by very camouflaged entrances, like the one that I'm going into here. We were able to see other entrances into the tunnels. They were absolutely tiny. This here was just a tiny little hole to get air into the tunnels. We also saw all the bamboo traps that would be set to capture invaders. Also was interesting hearing about how the Viet Cong used shrapnel from old bombs that were dropped to build their weapons and traps. Finally, we actually got to go through one of the tunnels. This actually has been widened so tourists can fit through it because the Viet Cong were tiny. Our tour guide also let us know that when the Viet Cong had finally moved out from living in the tunnels, a lot of them actually were blind because of the lack of sunlight. Just walked through the tunnels. It was pretty cool. It was hot down there. Had to like fully bend over to walk through them. We also got to try cassava, which is what they ate while living in the tunnels. All right, it is now officially 8:30. We had a jam-packed day today. The Chu Chi tunnels were super cool. A little bit of a mission to get there. It took us probably like 2 hours to get there and like an hour to come home. But yeah, you get to learn about all the history and how the Vietnamese used them during the war, and they are literally insane. Yeah, they're like tiny, and it was like a network of 100, or I think he said 250 kilometers, something like that, of these underground tunnels that have like 3 layers. But yeah, once we got back from that, we just relaxed a little bit in the hotel, and then we went for dinner in like the backpackers district. We went to this restaurant called Home Sion. It was really good. We just split this like grilled or this sauteed chicken dish and some fresh spring rolls. They were super tasty. But yeah, then our plan for tomorrow is to do the day tour of the Mekong Delta. So that will also be pretty interesting, I think. And then the day after that, we're actually heading to Cambodia. So yeah, that's our plan for the next couple days. But our goal for tonight was to make it up till 9 because we kind of screwed ourselves over going to bed at like 7:30 last night. So yeah, 8:30, we're almost there. By the time we get ready for bed, it'll definitely be 9. I have been here for like 2 more days than my mom, so I think, just at like adjusting to jet lag. You just gotta force yourself to stay up. Okay. And we did that. Morning. It is our last full day in Ho Chi Minh today. We're actually going outside of the city. We're going and doing the Mekong Delta, so that will take the full day. I think we're supposed to be back here around like 5, but we're actually packing up because we're switching hotels today. I bought these sunglasses yesterday because my ones that I brought with me broke. They're knockoff Pradas. Got them for like 20 bucks. They're kind of cute. But yeah, we just enjoyed a last breakfast on the Rex rooftop. It's such a gorgeous just vibe for breakfast every morning. The breakfast is absolutely delicious. But yeah, it should be another fun day in the Mekong Delta. All packed up and rolling out of here. The tour company we booked with picked us up from the hotel, and then we headed to the Mekong Delta. Once we got there, we boarded a boat. The boat took us to another province in the region. The Mekong Delta is one of Vietnam's most fertile and important agricultural areas, as it produces over 50% of Vietnam's rice and a large share of its fruit, vegetables, and fish. On the other side of the river, we did a tour of this coconut candy making business. It was really interesting seeing how they shell the coconuts and then get the shavings as well as the milk, and they showed us how they make the candies using malt. The ones we tried were peanut, and they were delicious. We then saw these elephant fish, which we actually ended up eating for lunch. So they took us across to where we would be boarding the little boats to explore the river. We wore these traditional conical hats as we went for just a little cruise through all the greenery. After this cruise, we went back and ate our elephant fish, and we had it in rice wraps, which were quite good. After lunch, we explored the grounds and took in all the reptiles that they had here for us to see. My mom also fed some catfish, and they went crazy.
Okay, Lenny. No, you can do it. From everyone came here. She's gonna show you how to take them.
Oh my god.
Oh, goodness me. Wait, I have a little bit more. Yeah.
We then headed back on the boat to visit a honeybee farm. Bees play a big role in the Mekong Delta, both ecologically and economically. We drank some honey tea, which was quite delicious.
Oh, there's a bee in here.
That's really good. They then gave us some fresh fruit. This fruit was absolutely delicious. The mango was insanely good. We then headed back on the boat and had some coconut water, and then finished off the tour by visiting a Buddhist temple. We are at this temple with a bunch of Buddhas. It's pretty neat. And this is Happy Buddha. We just saw a Sleeping Buddha. And there's one other Buddha, but I don't remember what it's called. Later that evening, I tried my first Vietnamese pancake. It was super tasty. The next day, we headed to the airport to fly to Cambodia. We made it! The Ho Chi Minh airport was whack. Craziest airport I've seen. But we're on our flight to Siem Reap. We have officially made it to Cambodia. We flew in this morning from Ho Chi Minh at 8:20 a.m., super early. Our flights over here were a little expensive, but I'm pretty excited to go and see Angkor Wat tomorrow for sunrise. We have been just kind of like putzing around Siem Reap. We're staying at the Twits Hotel. It's super nice. It's like a hotel slash hostel, but we're in a private room. I'm boiling alive. We were just in the old market for like an hour, probably. My mom is like obsessed with jewels and stuff, so she just is in her happy place in there. I literally had to leave her in there because I was overheating and needed water. But we also had a delicious lunch at this cafe. I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put it up on the screen. Yeah, it's so nice in Cambodia. It's a little like less chaotic than Ho Chi Minh. We literally like super closely almost missed our flight this morning out of Ho Chi Minh because you have to go through customs like leaving. Anyways, we had to wait in like 3 lines. We had to wait in the line at the airline to check our bags. We had to wait in a huge line to go through customs on the way out. And then we had to go through security. So we were like in the security line, like literally like 10 minutes before our flight, but we did indeed make it, thank God. But yeah, we're just here for one night and then we're heading to Bangkok tomorrow evening. The airport's actually about like an hour drive from the city, which is kind of crazy. I feel like it's a little far, but that's okay. But yeah, really enjoying the city so far. It's gorgeous and I can't wait to eat some Cambodian food and yeah, just enjoy the city. I'm gonna go and head to the pool because I'm super hot. Just looking at the weather network, it says it feels like 35. Yeah, I can totally feel that. I'm sweating my ass off. Also, I'll just give you guys a little view of our room. So we actually got 3 twin beds because they upgraded us. But then it has this little like seating area here. There's a fridge, TV, bathroom over here, got the toilet, and got a nice shower. Honestly, a gorge room. And then it's on like a quieter street too. Like it looks out onto this like little alleyway here. Super nice. But yeah, really gorge hotel room. Okay, how long were you in the market?
Oh, I was in the market for about 2.5 hours. And I went to about 9,000 stalls. And the lady that got me was the lady that identified where she was in the mall, because I was completely turned around. And then she identified that there was a billboard right outside with a Running Man.
Yes,
Okay,
show
so
me
I
what you
found
got.
her. Okay, so here's what the treasures were. And the first one is...
You didn't have to get me something.
Oh, I wanted to, Laura. This was a gift from Mommy.
What is it?
It's some sapphires.
Oh, you did get that. I thought that was the nicest
So
one.
pretty. Like, those are the real McCoy.
Yeah, that's
Right?
really nice.
Okay, that's the one.
That's really nice. Ooh,
Those
I love
gorgeous,
that.
right?
I love that.
So pretty.
Oh my goodness, I really, really like that.
You do?
Yeah, it's nice.
It's beautiful. And then this last little one. Again, just a little trinket for my daughter.
Oh.
Just a beautiful little.
Oh, the ones that I wanted. I think it's Zarcodia. I
Here.
think these were natural minerals
They are all natural.
of Cambodia.
Is that not gorgeous?
Yeah, oh my goodness, that is
Look at all the
stunning.
stones.
Yeah. So nice. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
We're at Angkor Wat. It's 5:16 a.m. We're gonna try to see the sunrise, and yeah, it'll be fun. We're all decked up in long dress and shoulders covered. We're sitting. It's 5:30. Waiting for the sunrise. Lots of people. Good morning. Man, this is so cool. So cool. So Angkor Wat is the largest religious site in the world, and these steps here were super steep, so the servants struggled to see the king because he was like a god.
There's the sun.
No, that's just an exit. It is now around 11 a.m. and we just got back from the market. We headed there after we finished at Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat was so incredible. Literally just an insane just piece of art in a temple. I said before, but it's considered the largest religious site in the world. It's 402 acres and it's like surrounded by a moat. It's literally insane. And just being there for the sunrise where it's like silent and everyone's sitting on the grass just waiting for the sun to come up. Literally just a once in a lifetime moment for sure. Like it was just amazing. But we have the rest of the day in Siem Reap and then we're flying to Bangkok tonight. It is hot here. So we're gonna check out of our hotel and then probably just either hang on the rooftop or go and get some food and head out of here around dinner time. I love Cambodia though. The town itself is just so nice and the people are all super nice. Yeah, getting around the little tuk-tuks is just a fun experience, and yeah, love this city for sure. All right, we are just checking out. We both loved this hotel. It was so nice. The rooms, super spacious, comfy beds, rooftop pool was such a vibe, and it was like 50 Canadian a night for our gorgeous room. So yeah, loved it.
Easy for me, you can do around 1,000 day.
What are these flowers, Mom?
These are the pink lotus, and these are special origami that the gentleman just did for us. And they learned this very early, and this restaurant that we're at gets 150 a day.
Yeah, this is Rose, and this is Star. Gorge. After we finished our beautiful lunch, we actually still had some time to kill, so we hired a tuk-tuk driver to take us around the city. Siem Reap actually has around 6,000 tuk-tuk drivers, so anytime they can take someone for a ride, they absolutely will. But he had this beautiful little yellow carriage on his tuk-tuk, and he took us to some pretty cool spots around Siem Reap. So it definitely was a great way to spend our last couple hours in Cambodia. This was actually a monk monastery, so we were able to see where they lived and them learning. And then we headed to this beautiful silk store, which was a little bit out of our price range. Cambodia was such a beautiful country to visit, and we had the best time. But then we hopped on our flight and headed on the next portion of our trip to Thailand. So stay tuned for that vlog. Thank you so much for watching.